The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 2's dramatic conclusion wrapped up some of the spin-off's major conflicts, but it also left the door open for a third installment, teasing plenty of potential stories along the way. Although details about Dead City Season 3 have been kept quiet, it seems like a matter of time before another outing is confirmed after watching Season 2's finale. Sure, the spin-off provided a definitive end to Negan and Ginny's turbulent relationship while giving Bruegel a brutal death, but there is still so much to resolve in Manhattan, indicating that the series will return. While it's unclear exactly when we will see the show back on our screens or which actors will feature, I'm confident Dead City will be renewed, meaning we will have plenty of new plot points to look forward to. Alongside the possibility of new characters being introduced and fresh challenges to overcome, some ongoing stories look set to continue or be expanded upon, with Dead City Season 2's ending already teasing what's to come. Therefore, assuming there are no major surprises or changes in direction, Season 3 looks like it will be full of compelling action and gripping drama. 6. Peli will try to take New Babylon in a fresh direction. The Marshal still believes in New Babylon but knows the faction needs to change their ways. Having been part of New Babylon since Season 1, Peli has seen the highs and lows of the faction, and he will likely try to change the group's behavior in Season 3. Although we didn't see much of the Walking Dead's New Babylon Federation in the first season, they were far more prominent in Season 2, which revealed just how ruthless they really are. Public executions are a common punishment for disobeying their laws, and with the faction becoming more and more extreme, Peli looks determined to make their methods a lot more humane when the show returns. He has spent a large chunk of his life believing in their mission to bring order back to civilization, but Peli clearly doesn't agree with the current direction of New Babylon. Therefore, his personal goal will be to unite communities and make the Federation a symbol of hope and peace, rather than fear. His interactions with Roxana throughout Season 2 made it clear that something had to change, and allying with Maggie and Negan gives him a chance to overthrow the current leadership, providing the villainous faction a chance at redemption in Dead City Season 3. 5. The Croat is trying to leave New York. Dead City's original villain is looking for a fresh start. Having been involved in Dead City since the show began, the Croat's story remains unfinished, as he appears to be looking for a way out of New York. After his relationship with the Dharma fell apart, he was soon banished from the Barazi by Negan, leaving him all alone. He briefly interacted with Maggie, lying to her about Heschel's location so that she'd help him die, but Maggie refused. The Croat did eventually help the protagonist track down her son before parting ways with her, which is the last time we saw the villain in Season 2. Given how involved he's been in the show, it seems unlikely the villain's journey will end here, suggesting he'll be back in Season 3. Earlier in the series, the Croat revealed that after he left the Saviors, he attempted to return to Croatia before washing up in Manhattan, which could be his new objective. Despite not appearing in Season 2's finale, it feels like Dead City has set up his story to be all about leaving the island, and the Croat may potentially undergo a redemption arc and assist the protagonists while attempting to achieve his objective or die trying. 4. Maggie still needs to rescue Heschel from the Dharma. The Dharma's influence has brought out the worst in Heschel. Maggie's Season 2 story largely revolved around Heschel, as she initially traveled to Manhattan to help protect him, only for the teenager to align himself with the Dharma. Despite trying desperately to get through to him, Maggie eventually accepted Heschel's decision to stay with the villain and understood the hatred he was feeling. As a result, she herself chose to stay in the city knowing that her son may need her again at some point, setting up a major storyline for Season 3. While Maggie looks willing to respect Heschel's wishes, the Dharma is still extremely dangerous, confirming that a rescue mission must happen at some point. It's hard to imagine the show ending with Maggie leaving Manhattan and returning to the bricks without her son, meaning the two are destined to reunite at some point. Heschel and the Dharma's Dead City relationship may be strong at the moment, but things can change quickly in the Walking Dead universe, meaning Maggie will almost certainly risk her life trying to save her son next season. 3. Negan still has to reunite with his family. Annie and Joshua have been a huge part of his Dead City journey. Maggie's journey wasn't the only one that revolved around family in Dead City Season 2, as Negan also spent 8 episodes trying to save his loved ones. His entire motivation for getting involved in Manhattan's power struggle was to protect his family, but despite Annie and Joshua returning in Dead City, Negan opted to keep his distance, sending him down a dark spiral. He felt keeping them away would be the best thing for them, but after Ginny died in the finale, family will undoubtedly be more important than ever for the former villain. Although he seems committed to helping Maggie and Peli in Season 3, his ultimate goal will be reuniting with his wife and son. Losing Ginny has had a huge impact on Negan, but we've only seen the immediate aftermath so far. Her death will presumably play on his mind throughout the next installment, making him all the more desperate to resolve his business in Manhattan and settle down with Annie and Joshua. His hallucinations have already confirmed that his family is still on his mind, meaning Season 3 will surely focus on Negan's fight to reunite with his loved ones. 2. Maggie and Negan will work on putting their past behind them. The duo looks like they will finally put an end to their feud in Season 3. Maggie and Negan's Walking Dead feud has been going on for around a decade, but it looks like Dead City Season 3 will see the two finally attempt to move past their issues once and for all. After reluctantly working together in Season 1, their journeys were mostly separate in the second installment, at least until the finale. Despite promising her son she would put an end to her long-term foe, Maggie decided not to kill Negan in the Walking Dead spin-off, choosing to try and forgive him so that they could move on together. Their final scene in If History Were a Conflagration saw them monologuing about the past and moving past their issues, which seems to be the main premise of Season 3. Alongside Pillai, the duo will presumably attempt to bring peace to Manhattan, settling all the main conflicts while finding peace with their families. Even if they never become friends or fully make peace with one another, Maggie and Negan's alliance will be at the forefront of the show, and they'll hopefully put an end to their ill feelings, creating an exciting central narrative for the spin-off's return.